Welcome to Granny Peach's kitchen with Chris and Blair. Today we're making creamy broccoli potato soup.
Okay, this soup calls for, of course, broccoli. So we got 2 broccoli heads, and we're going to chop those up into smaller pieces, but not really small. We're going to have 8 cups of chicken broth, which is 2 containers, cartons of chicken broth. We have a cup we're going to have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. The bacon is, I baked some bacon so it can be crispy so you can use it for on the top afterwards. We're going to have 2 cloves of garlic. And when I say cloves, I'm saying this size. We have 2 cups of shredded cheese. We're going to use the Monterey Jack and cheddar. We have 4 potatoes. You can use more if you like. It's up to you. And we have 1 large onion cut, well, medium onion cut. And then we're going to have some butter that we're going to use to caramelize our onions. We're going to have salt and pepper to taste. And we'll be back.
Okay guys, this is the size that my granny wants you to cut the potatoes. And over here she's cutting one right now. Yeah, and that's done.
This is about the size you want so it'll cook faster. This is 1 potato cut up, and you're going to have 4 altogether for this particular soup, 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get ready for that broccoli potato soup, and we're going to start by caramelizing the onions. We have a tab, which is really a tablespoon of butter in there so that it can oh, got the wrong eye on, so that it can caramelize the onions, and we'll let you see how that goes as we go along.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing the onions now. We're going to caramelize these onions. And then we're going to take the chicken broth and go on in there and start with the broccoli potato soup. Okay, the size of the broccoli that I want it to be is about this big. You know, just cut it in little, oh, that's not any good. Glad we saw that. So basically I want it to be about this big so that it won't take all evening to cook. You cut it however you want to cut it, but I would cut it in smaller pieces, not too small, but smaller pieces. And that's about that with that. Cut this in half, and I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to cut both of these heads up to go into this soup.
Yeah.
I'm going to add in the 2 cloves of garlic. Use all of it. And once the onions become translucent, then I'm going to add in the chicken broth and the potatoes. Okay, well, the onions are translucent, and we're going to go ahead and add the chicken broth, the 2 cartons of chicken broth, which is 8 cups of chicken broth. If you don't eat meat at all, if you're a vegetarian, what you can do instead of this portion of it, what you can do is use vegetable broth, or you can use water. It's up to you. But you'd have to season it a little more if you're going to use water. Thank you. It's time to put the potatoes in. You see how small they're diced up, so they don't take a lot of cooking time. Put these in, and they'll cook for about 20 minutes in the broth. And then after you do that, then you can go ahead and put the broccoli in. Alright, we got a cup of heavy whipping cream coming your way. And we're going to stir that up really good. We let that cook for about 3 minutes before we put that heavy whipping cream in. And I'll be adding the cheese in one moment, and I'll let you see how that looks when we get back. Alright, it's time to put the cheese in. We're going to put 1 cup in, and then I'm going to see how that does. We had a half of a cup for a garnish anyway, and then we're going to put 1.5 cup in here. I'm going to do the 1 cup to begin with, stir it, let it cook down some, and as it cooks a little more, I'm going to put the other cup in. The other half cup in, and then we'll have a half a cup for garnish. So I am going to put 3/4 cup of the rest of the cheese, and this is the soup, the broccoli and cheese. I garnished it with cheese and bacon bits. This is so good. You can season to taste as you like. The cheese is from the garnishing over the top, but this is the soup.